while ago, I'd seen a TikTok of a woman who was giving advice to other women about men. And the first thing she says is, what women need to know about men is that men need to feel needed. And then men flooded the comment section and were like, oh, this lady gets it. Why don't other women understand? We need to feel needed. And I remember thinking, why do men need an invitation to show up in their lives? I look around the world and I think, holy crap, there are so many needs. I'm needed. I like, automatically know that I'm needed. And then I just start to apply my talent, skills, ability. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got hands and a brain and a wallet. I can start applying my resources to the needs I see. I don't need anyone to invite me to that. Are men not looking at their communities, at their neighbors, at their friends?
I mean, if they were, how would we have ended up here? Right? Like, think about who had the policy decision-making power. I walked into our city hall the other day. Every single mayor of the city, going back 200 years, was a man. Like, how do we end up with this place that we live in that has so many gaps in community if men were seeing community?
Okay, yeah.
Every system is perfectly designed for the result it's currently getting.
Ooh.
And we have gotten a system built by men who saw the world through their own lens and prioritized their own needs and not the global community.
Ooh.
Somebody says, I need to feel needed. They are only seeing themselves.
I have a follow-up question on that subject. Did you ever feel like there was a time that you felt like you needed to be needed?
Oh,
like, I
yeah.
want to be. It seems like knowing you for as long as I've known you, that was a season of your life where you didn't realize you were wantable.
That's
you could
correct.
be wanted.
No, not for who I really am. I think a lot of men think that they might be wanted for what they can offer. Mm-hmm. But again, this is a narrative and a myth cycled by men to other men about both what is desirable and what is necessary, because we never listen to women. You're missing half the population's insight on what is valuable. You're going to miss some really key things. I thought to be a man meant that you needed to be needed.
You are needed.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a well-resourced person to be able to offer the world something.
Mm-hmm.
As a woman, most of my life, of a great period of my life, I wish I was less needed. It never occurs to me to think, I hope somebody needs me. I've always felt like, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah. I wish I was needed less.
So that's a key, though, because I think from a man's perspective, whether we know it or not, our version of being needed is connected to transaction that we will then get comfort. I need an opportunity to prove my worth, to then earn the thing I really want, which is belonging.
Which is a transaction.
Yes.
It's a completely transactional way of looking at the world.
We don't know how to connect with our emotions. We don't know how to be vulnerable. Out of our own wound, we want to be comforted.